Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing Best Passive Income in GTA Online 2026 edition. And by passive income I mean the real stuff. Money that builds up while you're doing other things and you just walk in, open a safe and collect. This is not a best business repeat, we already have a dedicated guide for that. This is video about Lazy Millionaire's plan. What pays, how much effort it takes and what's secretly a trap. We are ranking each property with a simple scale. Effort to maintain, 1 is none, 5 is a second job. Earning power, 1 is pocket change, 5 is real money. And prior investment, 1 is cheap, 5 is expensive. And we're gonna rank them from the worst passive income up to the king, so let's go! Now let's start with the one everyone thinks is good, until you do the math. The arcade safe is the definition of nice bonus, terrible reason to buy it. At max it pays 5k per in-game day, which is every 48 minutes, and that safe caps at 100k. That means if you fill it from 0 to full you need 20 in-game days, about 16 hours just to see the cap. Now, here is the roast. Some people buy a ton of arcade machines thinking they're investing in passive income, and if you buy every cabinet you could drop around 3.7 million. And if you try to get the money back purely from the safe, you need over 600 hours of real life time. So yeah, you'll break even right around the GTA 7 release. Now to be fair, you don't need expensive machines to hit the max safe payout. Cheap cabinet spam works as well, but even at the max the safe is still weak. So here's the truth, you don't buy arcade for passive income. You buy arcade because it unlocks Diamond Casino Heist, the second best paying heist in the game right after the mighty Kayo. So arcade stays D tier for passive, but S tier for what it unlocks. So, to conclude, the effort is 1, earning power is 1 as well, prior investment can be between 2 and 5 depending on how crazy you go with the cabinets, and the verdict is, passive is a joke, you're getting arcade for the heist. And the 5th place goes to the one we've got fairly recently, Darnell Bros Garment Factory. Well, it's recent only in GTA Online. This one is actually interesting because it's true passive. It comes with a safe in the upstairs office, it generates income automatically and it requires basically zero setup. The problem is the payout is so small, around 1,500 to 2,000 GTA dollars per in-game day. So yeah, it's not going to make you rich, but it's still free money for existing, and because it requires no effort and no extra upgrade, it actually edges out the arcade safe in the passive ranking. Think of it like this, if you own it anyway for the missions and the features, the safe is just a constant little drip in the background, so effort is not even 1, it's 0. Earning power is between 1 and 2, well, it's actually 1. Prior investment is about 3, because, you know, the Darnell Garment Bros factory costs over 2 million, so the verdict is tiny passive, but real passive. Now we're moving up the ranks a little bit. Place number 4. And a lot of players talk about agency safe like it's amazing. And it can be, but there's the catch. To max the agency safe at 20k per in-game day, you need to do 201 security contracts. Yeah, 201. Now let's do the second job math here. If you average, let's say 8 minutes per contract, that's 201 times 8 equals 1,608 minutes divided by 60, and you get 26 hours and 48 minutes of contract grinding. And that's not even counting travel, loading screens, session chaos, so realistically it's even more. So if you're buying agency specifically for passive income, you're basically signing up for a part-time job. Now, why do I still rank agency above Garment Factory? Because even doing just a few security contracts already earns you decent money actively, and over time the passive improves. Also, this grind only makes real sense when security contracts are on 2 times or 3 time bonus weeks. Then you're making great money while you grind and the safe income becomes a long-term reward. So agency is not bad, it's just not the best passive focused buy. So the effort upfront is 5, definitely the biggest in the game. Effort after is 1. Earning power is, let's say, 3. Prior investment is 3 to 4, so the verdict is good long-term safe, but only worth grinding hard on bonus weeks. Now this is where the real stuff begins. Place number 3 goes to the Salvage Yard. This one is what I called active passive, because it can pay up to around 24k per in-game day, and it's good because the effort is low but it rewards consistency. Here's the key, it's not locked forever. It behaves like a reputation or popularity matter, towing keeps it up. If you ignore it, it slowly drifts down and your safe income drops. So this is the perfect passive income for players who can do a couple of tow jobs sometimes and keep the matter alive. It's not zero effort, but it's still easy. So the effort is 2, earning power is 3, prior investment is 3 to 4 because you pay more for a bigger safe and you don't have to do that, but you can invest, why not? So the verdict is excellent lazy grind passive that stacks well with the routines. Place number 2 is also one recent addition to the GTA Online, hands-on car wash, and this is where some people get confused. The car wash safe can become crazy. Theoretical max can hit around 32,000, actually 32,250 GTA dollars per in-game day. But most players will never see that maximum, not because it's impossible, but because it requires a very specific empire checklist. And here's the trap I need you to avoid. Some of those passive boosts care about owning small and medium special cargo warehouse, but most grinders run 5 large warehouses because it takes the most sense for the CEO cargo business. So don't downgrade your whole warehouse setup just to squeeze an extra 2k passive thick out of the car wash. That's a trap. Well, let's call it a trap at least. The passive gain is tiny compared to what 5 large warehouses are actually for. Now, another important point, the money fronts system has heat. If you do the money laundering missions, heat goes up, and at max heat, passive income basically stops and missions lock. The laundering missions themselves pay something like 35k and take around 5 to 10 minutes, which is fine but not insane. So the best passive way to use car wash. Honestly, treat it like passive empire booster. Let the safe generate money while you do more profitable content, and don't turn it into heat management simulator unless you actually enjoy that gameplay. So, car wash is B tier if you're newer and you barely own anything, but it is S tier if you're rich and is stacking with your whole empire. Effort 1 definitely. Earning power early 2, 4 later. And the prior investment is 4 to 5 because it shines when you already own a lot. So the final verdict for this one, late game passive amplifier, just don't fall into the trap with the warehouses. And now it's time for the GOAT, and I believe all of you, or most of you, know which property is this, the Nightclub. This is, hands down, the best passive income in GTA Online. At max popularity, it pays 50k per in-game day every 48 minutes in real life. And people overcomplicate it. Here's my routine. I don't babysit the club constantly. I collect every 3 in-game days because that's around the point when your daily payout starts dropping under the max. So I walk in, I collect around 145k most of the time, and then I do one quick popularity fix. And the best part is, the game often gives you a quick event the moment you enter. Kick out the troublemaker or drive a VIP home. This takes between 30 seconds and up to 2 minutes depending on which one you've got. So your entire nightclub maintenance becomes enter, collect, do a quick task, leave. That's why it's the best. Effort is 1, earning power is 5, prior investment is 3 to 4, and the verdict is the best cash per effort passive income in the entire game. So let's do a recap, and here's the final ranking. You can see it on screen. And the most important rule of passive income is, passive only works if you actually collect it. If you let saves cap out and forget, you're literally leaving money on the table. If you want, next I'll make a quick follow-up, the fastest 5-minute save collection route, and you can do every time when you log in. Drop a comment, what's your favorite passive income and what did you buy thinking it was passive but it turned out to be a grind? Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers!